Hello again. Time for another Codex entry. And yeah, I've got quite a few things yet again. It seems to be the recurring theme of Codex entries, just having loads and loads of stuff. But that's not a bad thing. Military Doctrine of the Asari. Got religion. And ooh, Solarians, yeah. I remember Solarians. They don't live too long. Yeah, there we go. Lifespan around 40 years. Which isn't too great, but I suppose their minds work amazingly fast. See, I like the explanation for Turians. At first when I looked at them before the game came out, I thought, it's a bit weird. You know, it's a bit too alien to have a metal uh, life form. But, you know, to protect from radiation, that does seem to make sense. Yeah, the Turian military and government. Just think about Japanese people, and you've got it in one. Everyone is respectful to everyone else. Oh, scrolling a bit too fast there. Everyone's respectful to everyone else. Everyone knows their place. You work hard, you can get up, and as long as the stuff you're doing isn't impinging on anyone else, it's done in your own free time, in your own place, yeah, you're fine. That's what I like the most. No laws against recreational drug use. So, Krogan. Yeah, they shouldn't have called Rex Rex, they should have called him Worf. Military doctrine. Shouldn't call it that, it's just they run at the enemy and die. Mass attritional combat. There we go. Line up like they did in the old days with muskets and get shot to pieces. Don't see much of the Quarians in this game, but you do in the next. So hopefully be able to show off this sort of governance And a lot of people may think a shoot to kill policy on a ship that you don't know about is a bad idea, but you need to bear in mind Goreans live in a shell, and the ship is also part of that shell, so that break-in would be bad. Little injection of philosophy for you there. And the good guys. 22nd century. Damn! Damn! Born in the wrong century. Or, yeah. Enhancement. Don't think you really need to know much about this. Just think about the US Army, and that's about it. Because the military ranks, I think, yeah. Second lieutenant, first lieutenant, staff lieutenant, lieutenant commando, staff, yeah. Actually, Navy, yeah, that's not the US Army, what am I talking about? And enough of that. What have we got in ships and vehicles? Oh, planetary assaults. Frigates, yeah, they're not too exciting. They warp space-time. Wow, just that easily. Now that is good physics. Okay, the mass increasing field, not so much, but increasing something's mass so much over something else, but making it in a smaller area, yeah, that would be punishing. Also density as well, that has quite a lot to do with it. Life as a biotic. Don't think it would be too fun. Ooh, 4,500 calories? Jesus. That electric shock would be funny though. Just discharge it into people that you don't like. Be like, oh hey Jim, how's it going? Shake your hand. And shock him. Nice. Can get the talkie-talkie now. Not sure if there was anything. No, there wasn't. Extinct races.
Though now extinct, the rachni once threatened every species in Citadel space. Over 2,000 years ago, explorers foolishly opened a mass relay to a previously unknown system and encountered something never seen before or since, a species of spacefaring insects guided by a hive mind intelligence. Unfortunately, the rachni were not peaceful, and the galaxy was plunged into a series of conflicts known as the Rachni Wars. Attempts to negotiate were futile, as it was impossible to make contact with the hive queens that guided the race from beneath the surface of their toxic home world. The emergence of the Krogan ended the Rachni Wars. Bred to survive the harshest environments, the Krogan were able to strike at the queens in their lairs and reclaim conquered Council worlds. But when Krogan fleets pressed them back to their homeworld, the rachni refused to surrender, and the Krogan eradicated them from the galaxy.
Or so they thought. To me, that just looks like a giant shrimp. I'm sorry, it does.
In the early 2160s, the Alliance began aggressive colonization of worlds in the Skyllian Verge, much to the dismay of the Batarians, who had been developing the region for several decades. In 2171, the Batarians petitioned the Council to declare the Verge a zone of Batarian interest. The Council refused, however, declaring unsettled worlds in the region open to human colonization. In protest, the Batarians closed their Citadel embassy and severed official diplomatic relations with the Council, effectively becoming a rogue state. They instigated a proxy war in the Verge by funneling money and weapons to criminal organizations, urging them to strike at human colonies. Hostilities peaked with the Skyllian Blitz of 2176, an attack on the human capital of Elysium by Batarian-funded pirates and slavers. In 2178, the Alliance retaliated with a crushing assault on the moon of Torfin, long used as a staging base by Batarian-backed criminals. In the aftermath, the Batarians retreated into their own systems and are now rarely seen in Citadel space.
Torfin's always a recurrent subject as well. Seems like Shepard just can't escape it.
The Hanar are a Citadel species known for excessive politeness. They speak with scrupulous precision and take offense at improper language. Hanar that expect to deal with other species take special courses to help them unlearn their tendency to take offense at improper speech. All Hanar have two names. The face name is known to the world. The soul name is kept for use among close friends and relations. Hanar never refer to themselves in the first person in conversation with someone they know on a face name basis. To do so is considered egotistical, so instead they refer to themselves as this one, or the impersonal it. Their homeworld, Kajay, has 90% ocean cover and orbits an energetic white star, resulting in a permanent blanket of cloud. Due to the presence of Prothean ruins on the world, many Hanar worship them, and Hanar myths often speak of an elder race that civilized them by teaching them language. After the Geth secure a location, Varun are omnivores with a preference for living prey. Originally native to the Krogan homeworld of Tuchanka, they are, like most life from Tuchanka, savage, clannish, and consummate survivors. They are pack hunters when vulnerable prey is readily available, and become scavengers when outnumbered or outclassed. Their supreme adaptability, vicious demeanor, and rapid breeding cycle have made them ubiquitous and dangerous pests on many worlds. Virtually everywhere the Krogan have been, Varun infestations have followed, wreaking havoc with the native ecology. The Krogan have had a love-hate relationship with Varun for millennia, alternately fighting them for territory and embracing them as treasured companions. To this day, Krogan raise them as beasts of war. One of the common subgenus of Varun has metallic silver scales, leading to the rather unusual nickname, fish dogs.
Fish dogs? I thought that was Cleveland's name for Gwen Stefani. Never mind.
Pharos is a habitable world in the Attican Beta cluster. 2/3 of the habitable surface is covered with the ruins of a crumbling Prothean megatropolis. In the millennia since the Prothean extinction, the ruins have been repeatedly picked over by looters many times. Pharos was considered a poor prospect for colonization, as little open ground remains for agriculture. The only sizable freshwater sources are the poles, which are tapped by the decaying Prothean aqueduct systems. The dead cities, while in good condition considering their antiquity, are of uncertain stability. Ground level is congested by a dozen meters of fallen debris, and the air is fouled by dust. In 2178, the Human Exogeny Corporation announced its intention to place a permanent colony on Pharos to thoroughly explore the ruins. The pioneer settlement was placed on the upper levels of several intact skyscrapers, using the surviving Prothean aqueducts and rooftop hydroponic gardens to support the population.
I do keep forgetting that the Prothean tech was top of the range. Virmire, yeah. I'll be needing to go there eventually.
Virmire is a lush world located on the frontier of the Attican Traverse. Its vast seas and orbital position on the inner life zone have created a wide equatorial band of humid, tropical terrain. Only the political instability of the region has impeded efforts at colonization. Many times the Citadel has opened negotiations to settle Virmire with various criminal gangs and petty dictatorships in the nearby terminus systems. All fell apart due to internal power shifts within the opposing parties. The Citadel has written off the colonization of Virmire as impossible without significant political change. The terminus powers themselves are unlikely to ever settle Virmire. Most lack the resources to support settlement of a virgin world, finding it more expedient to steal from their neighbors than build for themselves. Faster than light drives, Sovereign is the flagship of the rogue Spectre's Sarin. An enormous dreadnought larger than any other ship in any known fleet, it is crewed with both Geth and Krogan. At 2 kilometers long, its spinal-mounted main gun is likely capable of penetrating another dreadnought's kinetic barriers with a single shot. How Sarin acquired this incredible warship is unknown. The prevailing opinion is that Sovereign is a Geth construct, while others believe it is a Prothean relic. Its design, however, hints at a more alien and mysterious origin. The attack on Eden Prime demonstrated Sovereign's ability to generate mass effect fields powerful enough to land on a planetary surface. This implies it has a massive Element Zero core and the ability to generate staggering amounts of power. Biotics is the ability of an artificial intelligence is a self-aware computing system capable of learning and independent decision-making. Creation of a conscious AI requires adaptive code, a slow, expensive education, and a specialized quantum computer called a blue box. An AI cannot be transmitted across a communication channel or computer network. Without its blue box, an AI is no more than data files. Loading these files into a new blue box will create a new personality, as variations in the quantum hardware and runtime results create unpredictable variations. The Geth serve as a cautionary tale against the dangers of rogue AI, and in Citadel space they are technically illegal. Advocacy groups argue, however, that an AI is a living, conscious entity, deserving the same rights as organics. They argue that continued use of the term artificial is institutionalized racism on the part of organic life. The term synthetic is considered the politically correct alternative.
Bloody PC brigades. Can't just leave us alone.
A virtual intelligence is an advanced form of user interface software. VIs use a variety of methods to simulate natural conversation, including an audio interface and an avatar personality to interact with. Although a VI can provide a convincing emulation of sentience, they are not self-aware. nor can they learn or take independent action. VIs are used as operating systems on commercial and home computers. Minimal VI agents are also available. Agents are compact and specialized. Some serve as personal secretaries, filtering calls and scheduling meetings based on user-defined priorities. Others are advanced search engines, propagating themselves across the extranet to collate user-requested data. Commercial VIs in a variety of stock personalities are available at any software retailer. Boutique firms and hobbyists also build unique VIs to personal specification. Although software emulation of living personalities is illegal, reconstructions of famous historical figures are common.
Hobbyists. Don't think that's an appropriate word. Never mind.
Mass relays are feats of Prothean engineering advanced far beyond the technology of any living species. They are enormous structures scattered throughout the stars and can create corridors of virtually mass-free space, allowing instantaneous transit between locations separated by years or even centuries of travel using conventional FTL drives. Primary mass relays can propel ships thousands of light years, often from one spiral arm of the galaxy to another. However, they have fixed one-to-one connections. A primary relay connects to one other primary relay and nowhere else. Secondary relays can only propel ships across a few hundred light years. However, they are omnidirectional. A secondary relay can send a ship to any other relay within its limited range. There are many dormant primary relays whose corresponding twins have not yet been located. These are left inactive until their partner is charted, as established civilizations are unwilling to blindly open a passage that might connect them to a hostile species.
Very wise.
Combat hard suit. Metagel is a common medicinal salve used by paramedics, EMTs, and military personnel. It combines several useful applications: a local anesthetic, disinfectant, and clotting agent all in one. Once applied, the gel is designed to grip tight to flesh until subjected to a frequency of ultrasound. It is sealable against liquids, most notably blood, as well as contaminants and gases. The gel is a genetically engineered bioplasm created by the CERTA Foundation, a medical technology megacorp based on Earth. Technically, Metagel violates Council laws against genetic engineering, but to date, it has proved far too useful to ban.
Okay, that looks like it for the entries. Yes. Well, until next time.